Hello people, how y'all doing? Just a little bit of a follow-up on this one here, but rather facing south between Adams, Hood, and Jefferson. We're going to turn around and we're going to go north from Hood. We're going to be looking out towards Rainier, as I found this picture right here. I'll show you where I'm going first. In Google search, I got pictures of Mount Hood from Mount Rainier, and I got the Mount Rainier, Mount Adams, Mount St. Helens, and Mount Hood. It's in a backwards order, it goes that way, but that's irrelevant. So here is, it's credited to Gilbert with r/forward earth porn. And here is the raw image. First off, here we have Mount Hood. It's obvious if you've ever been in that area by that jagged hook that's right there. You have Mount St. Helens back here in the background. Mount Hood is 11,250 feet. Mount St. Helens is 8,363 feet. You know that's St. Helens because its top's blown. Then over here we have Adams at 12,281 feet. And back there, you can't hardly see it in here, but we have Rainier. And Rainier has an elevation of 14,417 feet. And so here's our elevation for Mount Hood is 11,249 feet. Mount St. Helens is 8,363 feet. Mount Adams is 12,281 feet. And Mount Rainier is 14,417 feet. Exactly as shown here at these elevations. Adams 12,281, Rainier 14,417, Hood 11,250, Helen 83,63. And we have from Hood to Rainier 103 miles. Between the two of them here's almost 40 miles. This being Adams, this being St. Helens. These are the four photographs that we have, or the four volcanoes we have in the Pacific Rim on this particular photograph. I believe the photograph is taken from right in this area, shooting up that way. It is a distance between the photograph and Hood to begin with. Okay, now here we go. Let's get on to this a little bit. We know that Mount Hood here is 11,250 feet. We know that this photograph is not that elevation, because if it was, you would be slightly looking down at that little plateau right there, see? And you're not. You're looking at this mountain. And so, that being said, and knowing that Mount St. Helens is 60 miles behind Mount Hood, that is a drop of 2,400 feet. Mount St. Helens is in the background. We know things get smaller the further back they go, and it's already 2850, 2850 lower than Hood. But it's right up there with Hood. And then with the drop, you would have to drop it down another 2,400 foot for the drop of being 60 miles out there. But there's Mount St. Helens right there, real close to being with Hood. And we've already been through the Hood to Adams, but we went from Adams to Hood rather. But it's the same effect. So we're going to go from Hood to Rainier, which is 103 miles. It will drop that mountain 7,072 feet according to the curvature drop, but yet there that mountain is right there. And we still understand how things that are near are bigger than things that are distant. So let's get a look at this right here. Between Mount Adams and Mount Rainier is 47 miles. That curvature drop is 1,472 miles. Adams is the smaller of the mountains in the foreground, yet they're both on the same plane. This is just a follow-up looking from south to north, but I'm going to go into this a little bit right here. If you've ever been solo by yourself, or even if you had somebody with you and you've been sitting on top of one of these ridges right here, and you look out in that distance, you really realize how distant and vast that 100 miles is. And it's all level. It's even, you can tell that Mount St. Helens here is on the same plane as Mount Adams here. Mount St. Helens was 9,677 feet before she blew her top. And you can see that there. You can do your pixel tricks, folks. But until you can find that bendy water and disprove what is observable, repeatable fact, you got shit. That's all I got, folks. Be well, and have a great day.